You know, for someone who wanted to compare the NFL and being an NFL player to being a slave, Colin Kaepernick sure does seem like he's excited to get back on the plantation, doesn't he? Every single time we see a quarterback injury, Colin Kaepernick's right there. Hey, I just want a chance to be back in the NFL, because after 7 years, after being benched, and after opting out of his contract, Colin Kaepernick still needs to pretend like he's a victim, or else he loses all credibility. So once again, Colin Kaepernick is pulling a publicity stunt, this time having a different celebrity release a letter that he wrote to the Jets to beg to be on the practice squad. Colin Kaepernick pens letter to the Jets, requests to be signed to New York's practice squad. Kaepernick made his case to Jets GM Joe Douglas. The New York Jets had legitimate Super Bowl aspirations after acquiring four-time MVP Aaron Rodgers. However, his campaign was cut short after he tore his Achilles. We saw that. Terrible news for the Jets. Well, now Colin Kaepernick enters the mix. On Tuesday, musician J. Cole posted a letter written by Kaepernick to address to Jets general manager Joe Douglas on social media. In the letter, Kaepernick requests not to take over Wilson's post, but to be signed to the practice squad. Cole said Kaepernick initially didn't want the letter released to the world. I'm sure that's why you probably sent it to J. Cole, so he wouldn't release it to people, just so he could, fucking spell check it for you? Nobody believes this. This is another publicity stunt, and people aren't falling for it. Just look at some of the reactions. J. Cole, real for that, but at this point, it's just getting shameful. He wants to be part of the plantation. The NFL's like slavery. Begs to join NFL team. Make it make sense. Not reading that. Bro wrote a whole cover letter. Colin Kaepernick to the NFL. Who want me? 100% no. Next level begging. Let it go. Good Lord. Let's take a look at what he says in this thing. He starts it off addressing it to the GM. Hey, I hope you're doing well despite your 0-3 start to the season. I think I can contribute, though. I know there are depth issues at the position. He says he doesn't want to take over Zach Wilson's spot. He says that early on. And I've heard the backup spot is likely to be filled by a veteran quarterback. As much as I would love the opportunity to fill that spot, I'm writing you the hopes you can imagine a much different approach involving me. I would be honored and extremely grateful for the opportunity to come in and lead the practice squad. I would do this with the sole mission of getting your defense ready each week. If I were able to fill this role for the team, I believe this allows for multiple things. It gives your defense the advantage of getting truer read on more mobile, athletic, or versatile quarterbacks. Mahomes, Wilson, and Hurts. Well, the difference is all of them, to some extent, can throw the football. I don't know if you can at this point. I would consider it a privilege to be able to do this and would take this responsibility with the dedication and passion if I were a quarterback one. This would also allow you guys as an organization to take a look at where I'm at football-wise in game-like situations against an elite defense while not putting any competitive pressure on Zach. I understand the importance of keeping him confident and focused as QB1. In a perfect world, Zach Wilson finds his stride, shows he's able to lead the championship-caliber team to put you to the Super Bowl. I believe a confident Zach Wilson has the tools to do this, but I would like to offer you a risk-free contingency plan. And then goes on to say, I'm sure that we can work something out. I'm sure I can be helpful to your team. This is a joke at this point, right? Colin Kaepernick needs to do things like this. One, to keep his name out there. And two, to have the perception be that people just don't want it. It's just because of this or that. He has to maintain his victimhood status. We've seen a couple times Colin Kaepernick get out there in the field. He's shit. He plays like shit. We saw the halftime performance at Michigan not that long ago. He is dog shit. There are dozens of other experienced NFL players at this point in time that would give them a better look on the practice squad and that wouldn't bring any of the headaches and that actually want to play. This isn't real from Colin Kaepernick. We know this. Jason Whitlock put this out, sued the NFL, took a settlement, put out a Netflix video calling the NFL slavery, now writing letters begging for a spot on the plantation. Your revolutionary hero. Most people are slamming this for what it is, another stunt. Yeah, I'm sure he didn't want this to get out to the world. That's why he gave it to a fucking famous rapper. It's just bullshit, and anyone with two brain cells to rub together can tell. Colin Kaepernick, another pathetic entry in the book that is Kaepernick's career, or lack thereof. Let me know your thoughts about this in the comments section below. Smash a like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications, share this video out there, and I'll talk to you later.